You're listening to Bodify Insider from Bodify Functional Fitness.
Muy buenas tardes, noches, bienvenidos al podcast Bodify Insider. Y conmigo, como cada semana, como cada mes, como en los últimos años, en este podcast, Pete Science. Welcome to the podcast.
What's up? Thank you, my man. Happy New Year. It's
Happy New Year.
2026.
Finalmente
Yeah.
lo hemos logrado. Y muchas cosas buenas que han pasado en los últimos años, tanto personales como profesionales. Y bueno, pues algunas estaremos compartiendo a lo largo del tiempo aquí. Y emocionado porque vienen muchas cosas para Bodify. Y obviamente una de las cosas que vienen, dependiendo en qué momento estén escuchando este podcast, ahorita es 1 de enero. Y pero hay algo que teníamos tiempo que queríamos platicar en este podcast, y es una cosa que hace única a Bodify en ese sentido, ¿ok?
Yes.
Algo que comenzamos el año pasado, si mal no recuerdo.
Yeah. We started about maybe 6 months ago with it. And it's huge. It's amazing. I don't think enough of you know about it or taking advantage of it. It is absolutely free, and it comes with everybody's membership when you sign up. So you guys that have not heard of or are not part of the Success Coach program, make sure that you let us know so we can get that started for you.
Y bueno, estamos hablando precisamente de eso, el Success Coach Program, que Bodify tiene a estos Success Coaches, que prácticamente son las personas que nos van a dar una guía de bienvenida a Bodify, y además en cuanto a saber qué demonios estamos haciendo, qué vamos a hacer, cómo le vamos a hacer. Y es una cosa que desde que creo que se desarrolló este programa en Bodify, es increíble y padre, porque también me tocó arrancar parte de ese programa, y el escuchar las distintas historias de cada persona y poder ayudar a cada una de estas personas, pues ha sido increíble, y ver sobre todo que se benefician, que tienen resultados y que se mantienen constantes y que desarrollen buenos hábitos. Y en las últimas meses, obviamente tenemos a una persona que es la persona perfecta para ser el Success Coach, no solamente porque es una persona apasionada por fitness, es una persona que le encanta, obviamente, ella practica, es un ejemplo, y además de eso, se preocupa por cada una de estas personas con las cuales platica, con las que convive, con las que entrena. Y estoy hablando a quien quiero darle la bienvenida, mi estimado Pedro Science, a Coach Crystal.
Coach Crystal. There she is.
Hi, guys. Thank you, Chewie. Nice to see you again. It's been a while.
Happy New Year, Coach.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Estamos contentos y emocionados de tenerte en el podcast, y precisamente platicamos, o sea, hoy dijimos, tenemos que platicar acerca de esto que está pasando en Bodify, ¿no? El Success Coach Program, que es algo único realmente, que ofrece Bodify en Laredo, y ¿qué es exactamente, no? O sea, para un pequeño contexto, es para las personas que tal vez ustedes nunca han entrado a Bodify. Al momento que ustedes entran, no solamente firman un contrato o pagan su membresía y ahora le pasen la clase y make sure you come to classes, ¿no? No se trata de eso. Muchas veces traemos muchas cosas personales, desinformación o mala información de cómo comenzar, la nutrición. Traemos todo este mundo de preguntas, y ahorita las redes sociales tanto pueden ser positivas en darnos información, pero también nos pueden confundir. Pero para quitar toda esa confusión, para motivarte, para guiarte de mejor manera, se hizo esa parte de lo que viene siendo el Success Program, Success Coaching, de que en este caso Crystal es la persona indicada en la parte de Bodify North, y es una de las cosas que, bueno, tú ves a personas a semana, ¿no?
Yes. Yeah.
Perfecto, semana a semana, y es ahí donde tú tienes esta plática con ellos y los vas guiando conforme tengan sus preguntas, ¿no? ¿Me puedes explicar cuál es el paso a paso, ¿no? Una vez que la persona se inscribe y ya tiene el appointment contigo, ¿cuál es el paso a paso y qué es lo que puedes ver? O sea, ¿cómo es un Success Coach Meeting contigo?
So basically, how your journey begins is day one, you go to class. And then within the first week of becoming a member, you'll get a call from either me or Coach Andy, which is one of our other success coaches in the North. We give you a call and then we go ahead and schedule your first consultation. So your first consultation is just going to be an in-body scan, which is a body composition assessment that goes far beyond just your weight. And it helps us understand what your body is made of and how that affects your health, your metabolism, and your overall performance. And so we sit down, we go over that in body with you, answer any questions you have. And then from there, we meet again day 30, day 60, and day 90. And the whole purpose of this whole member journey experience is that we put you on the path of success. That's why we're success coaches, because we're going to make sure that you succeed in your fitness journey. And so we're here, we hold you accountable. You're able to track your progress through your in-body scans. We talk about nutrition, recovery, all the things that are important. So, yeah.
On that, the first thing that you're doing is you mentioned the in-body, but some people that are listening right now might not understand what an in-body is. Could you kind of go into a little bit of the things that you kind of talk about during that in-body scan?
So we talk about, people think like, okay, is it just going to give me my weight? I don't want to see my weight. I already know what my weight is. I step on the scale every day. And I'm like, okay, great. But no, we're not. It's more than just your weight. We want to see your muscle mass. That's important. We want to see your body fat percent, your basal metabolic rate, how many calories you're burning, your visceral fat, all of the things that are really important, not just when it comes to reaching your goals, but just for overall health, and making sure that you feel good. So it's just like I said, it's a scan that's just far beyond just your weight. And so yeah, and we dive deep and we go into what everything means, what the numbers mean, and we say it in very simple terms, because if you look at the paper, it's overwhelming and you just see a bunch of numbers and you're like, what does this mean? So we simplify everything for you, and we make sure that we're going to get those numbers to a healthy range when it comes to your age, your height, your gender, and then ultimately what your goals are.
Right.
Una de las cosas que también me encanta del Success Coach Program es cómo puedes ir viendo tu progreso, no solamente en el in-body scan, pero cuando tenemos la plática o la entrevista con el nuevo miembro, con la persona, como first goal, ya están ahí. So that's the first win, ¿no? Que han tomado acción y que han decidido comenzar para mejorar en su aspecto físico, en su salud, en la razón por la que sea, pero ya están ahí. Day one, that's the first win, ¿no? Y es una cosa que tenemos que ver todos también, independientemente de lo que sea su objetivo. Día uno, ese es el primer win. Ya tomaste acción. Ya, la otra de las cosas que recuerdo que podemos ver por ahí es, una vez que completas 3 clases, hey, ya llevas un streak, ¿no? That's the next week. Esa es tu primera semana. Y luego, la próxima semana puedes ver otras 6, 8 clases y that's another win, ¿no? O sea, puedes ir como gamifying tu
You're
journey.
stacking the
Ajá,
wins. Yeah.
stacking the wins. Entonces, desde ahí comienzas a sentir el progreso. Ahora, dijimos 3 clases, no necesariamente tienen que ser 3 clases. Hay gente que en la primera semana ya están comenzando a ir a las 5, 6 clases, pero el objetivo es que comiences con al menos 3 clases esa primera semana. ¿Ok? Así que está muy padre que puedes ir viendo los wins, puedes ir viendo el número de clases. Coach Crystal te va a estar viendo de cerquitas, ok, vamos a ver tu primer mes. Entonces, a ver, ¿cuántas clases hiciste, no? Uno de los objetivos es que tengan un mínimo aproximado de 12 clases, ¿verdad? 12 clases más o menos.
Yeah.
Y lo vas a comparar con el segundo mes. Hey, mira, en el primer mes hiciste 12 clases, en el segundo mes 16. ¡Boom! Look at you. O sea, de ser una persona de venir 3 veces a la semana, te has convertido en una persona que ahora vienes 4 veces a la semana. Entonces, esas pláticas están llenas de pura buena noticia, o si sientes que te estás descarrilando, o sea, que vuelvas a regresar, hay un plan para en ese momento que sientes que comienzas a fallar, hay un plan para volver a regresar. You're not just winging it. Entonces, es una de las cosas. Ahora, mencionabas ahorita también lo de Lean Body, que sí, es una hoja que está llena de números y es una hoja en la cual tú tomas mucha información ahí para darle una recomendación a cada persona, porque tú lo que ves ahí en los números son cosas distintas en cada persona, ¿no? O sea, ¿qué podrían ser las primeras cosas en las que te enfocas cuando ves el InBody de una persona?
What are the things that I focus on?
Like, what would be one of the main things that you're going to focus? Like, when you read their InBody, you see like, okay, this is the first thing we need to look at.
I feel like the things that I focus on the most are their skeletal muscle mass and their body fat percent.
Okay, why will be those?
Muscle is very important. It doesn't just look nice, but it's a lot deeper than that. You know, the more muscle, your metabolism, you know, is working a lot faster. Your posture, injury prevention, just longevity of life. You know, it's just more muscle, the healthier you're gonna be, the better you're gonna feel, and then ultimately you're gonna like the way you look. But I tell people it's more than just looks, you know. We truly care about your health. And then, you know, body fat percent is also very important, because if your body fat is too high, then that increases your risk for heart disease and insulin resistance and inflammation and other diseases down the road that you don't want. So I feel like the earlier that we can detect that, and then, okay, now let's put you on a plan to help bring that down, and then let's bring your muscle mass up, then the better. That, you know, just, yeah. So
yeah, I think the people are always scared when you talk numbers, or people that have never really done it before. At least when I'm talking to people, is people are weighing themselves every day. You know, they wake up, they weigh themselves, they go to bed, they're going to weigh themselves before bed. And that number is really, really scary. You know, whether it's going up, whether it's going down, we all know water weight, all that stuff, depending on the day, especially with females, you know, that could go from here to there, and it affects people deeply. You know, it puts them into depression sometimes. It's such a powerful number, you know, or information. So when you get them on an InBody, in my experience, and you really explain to them how their body works, and give them the information to make that a little bit less scary, you know, and then explain to them that this is a lifestyle, you know, that don't worry about the damn number, you know, don't worry about the weight number. You're progressing in the right way. Your muscles getting higher, your body fat is getting lower. That's what we want. Or for the athlete, you're staying steady on your weight, but your muscles coming up. You know, it just gives you the tool, and we're using technology now to fine tune and make all of this shit less scary, because it really is about science and understanding how your body works. And in my experience, just, being able to read that to somebody so they understand what's going on with their body just takes away some of that fear. And now it's like, okay, I kind of get it, and it makes them a little bit more comfortable with what's going on.
Yeah,
Y una de las cosas también que me encanta de lo que es el Success Coach Program y el InBody es, por ejemplo, una historia que les puedo compartir. Recuerdo una vez que había un miembro en Bodify, entró, hizo su Success Journey, entró, obviamente tomó su InBody scan, le pusimos su Path to Success, comenzó a tomar clases, y regresamos en un mes, 30 días después, volvemos a tomar su InBody para ver cómo había estado su progreso, qué había que mejorar, que habría que ajustar. Y haz de cuenta que vemos en el scanner que ella pesaba exactamente igual el día 1 que el día 30. Entonces, dentro de la mente de ella es de que, o sea, acabo de meterme una friega en tantos días y peso exactamente lo mismo. Pero una vez que comenzamos a ver los números por número, ella había perdido 2 libras de lo que era SEO de grasa, de body fat, y había ganado 2 libras de músculo. ¿Ok? Ahí estaba por qué había quedado en el mismo peso. Entonces, sí estaba perdiendo mal peso y ganando buen peso. Una de las cosas que ahorita mencionaba Coach Crystal es precisamente eso, o sea, ver cómo el músculo es lo que queremos ver, ¿no? No solamente porque se ve muy padre, porque se ve muy sexy, sino porque es longevidad y es lo importante. Y es lo importante de que ustedes puedan tener este tipo de asesoría, de advice, como un success coach como Andy, como Crystal, que pueden prácticamente leer tu InBody y decirte hacia dónde vamos bien, dónde vamos a mejorar un poquito más, dónde podemos ajustar nutrición. Y es por eso lo importante de que ustedes entiendan cómo se mueven los números y cómo tal vez la nutrición puede afectar pues tu progreso, ¿no? ¿Qué son lo más común que ves, Crystal? Sí, ahorita con esta historia, ¿qué es lo que más común que has visto?
The most common thing that I've seen, as far as like success stories.
Yes.
I would say that. I would say that muscle mass increasing and people going from caring so much about what the number on the scale looks like to now realizing it's not about the number on the scale. Because, sometimes obviously the more muscle you have, sometimes your weight might go up and you might freak out and think, oh, it's body fat. But then you see your body fat coming down, and I'm like, you see, it's not about the number on the scale. So I think people realizing that and coming in day 60, day 90 with more confidence, it's amazing. It's amazing to see. And then just overall, just people just living a healthier lifestyle. I always tell people it's more about looks. Yes, that's going to come with it. But this is forever. And sometimes your journey is not always going to be uphill. Sometimes there's going to be downhills and it's not linear, right? Because life happens and you have kids or, just things happen. And so sometimes your weight's going to fluctuate and sometimes but the thing is that you're sticking to this for forever, because again, it's for our health and quality of life, and we want to live a long life. So,
and I think that's a great point, and I think at Bodify, if it's one of the most things I'm most proud of, and this success coach program really helps with that, is teaching people and educating people that this is not just about your weight. This is about longevity. This is about living a lifestyle, creating a lifestyle to that you can do anything until the day that you die. That's, I think, what sets us apart from all other places, is that we really, really are setting you up for success not just for right now, but educating you. That way you know how to do it on your own. You can teach your relatives, your kids, everybody's gaining knowledge from this program. Because just like you said in that example, Chewie, like that person might have given up if they were doing it all on their own. They lost, they lost fat, but they gained the same the amount of muscle. So if they were doing it at their house and they got on the damn scale, and even holy shit, like I weigh the same and I just did all that shit, it's a heartbreaking moment for somebody that's uneducated about this subject, and it's like, fuck that, I'm not going back. I'm not gonna put myself through that. It doesn't work. But when you really get into it and you have a coach that is designated to help you see through that, like, did you save that person? You save that person from quitting. And it kind of leads me into my next question for you, Crystal, is, what do you see as, the people that are really successful in these meetings with you? And Andy, what do you see as the common theme? The people that are getting the best results, what are they doing to get these results?
They are following our recommendations.
They're listening to Coach.
They're listening to us. They're following through their appointments, never missing. I also see them being consistent. That's the word, consistent. Not just going once or twice a week and then they skip a week and then they come back and then they're off and on. These people are consistent. And then they're, taking all the nutrition advice that we give as well. And so I think it's just consistency. I tell people there's no, magic wand. It's just literally consistency, hard work, and doing it again and again and again. And then
doing
just
the boring
trusting
stuff.
the process. Exactly. I know, like, we use that term all the time in the fitness world, just trust the process, but it's true because I tell people you have to be patient with this stuff. You're not gonna always see drastic results in a little amount of time. And that's what people want these days. People want quick fixes. People want to see results by just going to the gym 2 weeks, and I'm like, that's not how it works. But that's why we're here, because we're going to hold your hand and we're not going to let you go. And we're going to be annoying sometimes. We're going to call you if you're missing. I'm going to call you out if you're slacking. But we do it because we care. And like I said, we want you to succeed. And we're going to provide you the tools, and all you have to do is follow it and see the results.
Crystal, ahorita que dices todo eso, o sea, entiendo y veo también cómo parte del coaching no nada más es the class, pero es also mental. O sea,
100%.
how do you have these conversations with people and actually help them not only physically but also mentally?
I think just being real and just sharing my own journey, not using just fancy terms or making it seem like, it's going to be perfect. And no, I think just being real with them and again, educating them and letting them understand, like, hey, this is a journey and you're going to have your ups and your downs. And then just hearing people out. People just need to be heard sometimes. And sometimes someone's having a bad day and I just hear them out, and then, and they're fine. But that's what we're here for. We're not just, like you said, we're not just here to fix your form. Although, yes, we do that in class too. But we're here to hear you out. And our job is to make everybody feel valued and seen and heard. And loved. So yeah,
it's tough, because in today's world where everybody on freaking Instagram is a coach and is an expert and they're putting out all this information, and there's so much bullshit out there. You and I know it. All three of us know it. And people that don't know any better, they expect all of this immediate results, and what some people don't say is a lot of these people losing weight are doing it in a terrible way that is not sustainable, or it's all water weight that they're losing, and they're going to gain it back as soon as they get back on a regular schedule. So fighting through all of that negative information that they have out there, and just being real with people, and like setting out like sustainable lifestyle and reasonable goals, and for this reason, and just giving, I think we do that really, really well. Is I come back to it, educating people and teaching them. And I think that as success coaches, as you're taking them through this member journey that you're taking them on, that you're celebrating the wins, you're educating them to their body, because we're all different, and we all have different starting points, because some people that, are super overweight, they're starting from here, or then you got your ex-athlete that is still kind of in shape and is coming in. Well, they might have different goals, and everybody's journey is going to be different. So that's the beauty of this, when Chewie was designing the success coach program, it's brilliant, and it almost, there's no way you can fail, if you're following through and listening to coach, and and coming to class and doing what you got to do when it comes to nutrition. There's no way, but it's an amazing job, it's because you're a part coach, you're part shrink, you're part, you're multiple things here, and it makes me so proud that Bodify, does this program. So, I want everybody to take advantage of this, because it's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Una de las cosas que ahorita, como mencionabas, Pete, o sea, ¿qué son las cosas that makes a person, like a pattern that is making people successful with this program, which is like consistency and listening to the coach? Pero también, ahorita como también mencionaba Pete, like all the information, the ways people are like starting to lose weight that are probably not the best options as well. Pero what would you say are the top 3 things that people do and sabotage their own progress?
To lose weight, you mean?
Or for their journey en lo que sea, o sea, en sí.
Like things that are not working, like that most people are doing.
Under eating.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a huge thing that people don't even realize. Not drinking enough water, sometimes, that one's another one that I see a bunch of. People think they're hungry and they're just thirsty because they haven't drank water all day, or the other way around. Just like you said it, people are scared to eat. Or you get the people that are on the GLP-1s, nowadays. That's huge, and it's going to be here, guys. Like this is something we're going to have to deal with. But the problem with that is a lot of those people aren't working out. So all their muscle is going downhill. Their metabolism is getting wrecked, So there's nothing wrong with people getting on these drugs if they really, really need it and they're doing it through a doctor. I'm fine with it. But you got to get that strength up, and I don't know if you've had to deal with that with some of your success coaching.
Yes.
But, I think if you could talk a little bit about why strength is so important. You kind of mentioned your metabolism stays high and stuff like that. But, really, what do you tell a person that's on those kind of drugs?
I mean, just your overall energy, I ask them, how are you feeling? If they're taking that, how are you feeling? How are you sleeping? And when you are exercising, how are you feeling? Because oftentimes I hear, I feel weak. I can't finish the conditioning. I feel like I'm gonna, pass out, or whatever the case might be. And obviously it's because they're not eating, a lot, because they can't. So again, yes, I agree. If they really need to be on it, and you know, that's what they need to start with, okay. But now let's figure out how to make sure that you don't stay on this for too long, and that you feel good, that you're fueling yourself as much as you can. And again, taking care and coming to the gym, like you need strength, because if not, you again, like it's you're gonna feel weak, you're gonna feel low energy, your metabolism is gonna slow down, and you're ultimately, yes, you're gonna be losing weight, but you're also losing a lot of muscle, and you're not gonna like the way you look.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
And feel, because it
Yeah.
once what it's the more research I do on this, and more people that I talk to on it that are on these drugs, is it's great for losing weight. Obviously, some people really really need the help and they can't do it on their own, and for those people, I get it, so but you need to stay coming to the gym, you need to stay weight training, because not only are you going to harm your metabolism, um, but losing all that strength, and then to have to do it from scratch, once you stop, get to whatever target you're getting to, it is going to
Hmm.
be unbelievably hard. So if you can keep
Yeah.
up with it, and keep that strength up, you're setting yourself up for more success. And again, we come back to it: longevity. It's not always about the quick fix. Quick fixes don't work ever.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
anything, it's the stuff that is hard. And I say it all the time. It's my tagline: do hard shit, because it's true. Things that are hard usually, set the tone for something good. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's a big job being a success coach at Bodify. But can you tell us about maybe one time? What's your favorite story? I don't want to say favorite, because I got a bunch of them, and I can't really, say one is better than
That's
the other,
hard.
because they're amazing, but one that's
Yeah.
kind of, stands out for you. I have a bunch, and honestly, that's what make this job the best job in the world. I say it all the time. It's the
Yeah.
stories that light your heart. So give us one or two that are your favorites.
Okay, so one that I can think of at the top of my head that was kind of recent. This was at her day 90. Okay, so this was her last. She's finishing her member journey experience, and she joined in July, I want to say. So in June, she was training, or she had been training for months on her own because she wanted to get into the border patrol. Um, so a month before joining Bodify, she took the test. She didn't pass. So she was like, okay, I need to start going to a gym or a place that's going to be able to help me. So in July, she joined Bodify, began her whole member journey experience. Each appointment she had, we saw results. Incredible. Muscle mass coming up, body fat coming down. She was feeling great. She was going Monday through Friday. I mean, super consistent. So day 90, she comes in, we do her in body, and she sits down and tells me that she took the test and she passed. And I mean, that was like, she was even like shocked, because
Yeah.
she had been there for 4 months by the
Wow.
time she took the test again. So super super proud. I was like, oh my gosh, just amazed. So that's probably one of my, I mean, not my I mean, yeah, one of my favorites, but I hear stories like that all the time, so
I
it's
know.
hard,
It's
but that was like really awesome. And then another one recently is another member who had been struggling for a very long time with her weight, and it's been a journey. And this past time, she saw progress, and it was big, and it was more than she thought. And she just came and gave me a huge hug and started crying, and I started crying with her, because it's like, wow,
yeah,
it's the way that these people feel, and when they see like this stuff actually works,
yeah,
um it's incredible. And I'm like,
it really is.
again, you have to trust the process, and you have to keep coming. And yes, sometimes your second consultation might not have been what you expected, but that's okay. That's why we're here. And we're going to get you back on track. And so, yeah, those are two of my favorite, most recent ones.
For sure, for sure. You know, that's those. I mean, I that those are the ones that make it worthwhile. You know, is it because we all have tough days? You know, and I can always lean on those stories. Like when I'm having a tough day, and it's like, and like, man, I don't feel like going in today, or man, I don't feel like coaching today, or whatever. But then you just think about, man, what? Remember that message that I got yesterday, and how many people need us and need us to be doing things like this to make these kind of stories. You know, and most of my favorite ones, you know, start with somebody really struggling, whether it be with their weight or with depression, or, you know, they're just starting from such a low place. And then I see them doing Spartan races. I see them doing high rocks. I see them like super fit. Like, okay, what's next, coach? What race are we going to do? And I'm like, dude, like last year, just think about where we were and look at you now, you know, and those are just, you know, we're changing people's lives, and they're doing all the hard work. We're just, you know, in it with them, holding their hand sometimes, the shoulder to cry on sometimes, the motivation. But it just, I mean, this is the best job in the world, guys. I mean, we're in the best industry in the world.
Sí, por ejemplo, ahorita con lo que platicamos, si ustedes no conocen Bodify, no nada más es un gym, no nada más es un estudio donde se dan clases de hybrid, de Teca, de Strong. Es un sistema, es todo un sistema que está hecho para que tú puedas realmente be successful, like tengas todos los resultados, todas las herramientas desde el día uno. O sea, lo que vamos a decir, y esto no es algo como que es parte de un challenge o cosas, esto es Spotify. Así es Bodify. O sea, tú entras y comienzas, agendas tu consulta y tienes esta conversación con Coach Andy o con Coach Crystal, y de ahí, ok, ¿hacia dónde vamos? ¿Por qué? O sea, primero te escuchamos. No crees que, ok, vas a comenzar a hacer tantas clases. No, ok, platícame, ¿qué has hecho anteriormente? ¿Qué ha funcionado para ti? ¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Tienes alguna molestia, dolor, lo que sea? Comenzamos a tener esta conversación, a conocerte, y luego te vamos a dar la mejor recomendación y guía hacia cómo vas a ir mejorando y stacking those small wins, ¿no? Es un sistema hecho para que tú simplemente te conviertas en parte de estas historias que acaban de decir Crystal y Pete. To be unstoppable, o sea, que disfrutes de tu día a día, ¿ok? El sentirse en días de alta energía, bajo estrés, no es algo que de repente pasa. Puede ser una normalidad. Eso puede ser algo que tú puedes tener en tu día a día. O sea, puedes tener tus niveles de cortisol, o sea, de estrés bajo. Puedes sentirte lleno de energía. Puedes sentirte bueno, de buen humor. No nada más es el cafecito, no nada más es el Monster. O sea, realmente si comenzamos a hacer este tipo de hábitos buenos, tu cuerpo responde simplemente a ello. Y es por eso que está este tipo de pláticas con tu Success Coach, para que sepamos cómo te vamos a ayudar de la mejor manera, ¿ok? Entonces, estas son las cosas que me encanta escuchar también. Digo, también cuando estuve haciendo las pláticas con los miembros, el ver miembros que también comenzaban a su journey de correr, porque otra cosa que recuerdo que les preguntamos también, o les preguntamos, es, una vez que llegues a estas metas, ¿qué es otra cosa que te gustaría lograr? ¿No? Y había personas por ahí, no, pues me gustaría comenzar a correr un 5K, ¿no? Y de repente, pues comenzaban con sus goals, y luego de repente hacían su primer 5K. Y ya estaban, cuando sabías, ya estaban sign up for their 10K. Y luego para cuando sabías, su primer freaking half marathon, ¿no? O sea, y es stacking small wins. O sea, que tú te veas, que tú te sientas bien guiado con una comunidad como la de Bodify, es lo que crea. Me dio escalofríos.
It's unbelievable. It warms your heart. Like you get goosebumps. I mean, it's I love this job, and I love stories like that. And I get them on the daily, and I'm not exaggerating. I get one or two a day of people telling me their story or thanking me for something. And it makes it all worthwhile, and not every place does this. And some of you guys, it's like, no, I don't need the success coach appointment. Guys, you do take advantage of it. It's not going to cost you a thing.
Yeah.
Bodify is always wants to do things 100%. We do everything to the best of our ability, and this is how we know how to get you guys results. So go with Coach Crystal or Andy in the north side. On the south side, we got Coach Marco and Joel that are taking care of you guys. Please take advantage of it. It is going to set the tone for your first 3 months there. And yeah, by 3 months, you can even continue, with them. But it sets the tone of your whole journey with Bodify. You stack the wins, you get educated, and it's foolproof. Once you get 3 months of great habits, it's really hard to go backwards. So, if you've ever read Atomic Habits, stacking those habits, every day is setting the tone for a wonderful, long, healthy life.
One of my favorite books, y que me encanta una cosa que leí y se me quedó muy grabado, y es una de las cosas que me ayudó a hacer hábitos nuevos y buenos, era marginal gains, ¿no? O sea, mejorar 1% cada día. ¿Ok? Y tú dirás, 1% de 100%, dices, pues no, les falta un chingo, o sea, es mucho. Pero si tú comienzas a hacer 1% mejor cada día, al final del año mejoras 37 punto no sé qué tanto por ciento en tu año. Entonces, stacking small wins, mejorar poquito, todo eso se va sumando y al final es un porcentaje enorme que puede cambiar tu vida. Y una de las cosas que también, o sea, ahorita que platicamos de lo que es el success coach y todo eso, tal vez muchos de ustedes están en un lugar donde también tienen excelentes coaches, pero no nada más necesitas excelentes coaches que te digan, venga, vamos a otra petición. You don't need a cheerleader, ¿ok? Right. Necesitas un coach, necesitas un plan, necesitas dirección, ¿ok? Right. A veces sentimos que estamos haciendo todo lo correcto y estamos donde mismo. Entonces, es por eso que este tipo de programas, o sea, lo que viene siendo, o sea, el programa de Strong está hecho simplemente, o sea, para que obtengas los resultados en cuanto a muscle mass building o que quieras perder peso, sentirte lleno de energía. Por eso es Bodify Functional Fitness, ¿no? Son movimientos funcionales, no es CrossFit, no es algo súper complicado. Si tú en tu casa levantas cosas del piso a diario o subes cosas de unas cajas, son los movimientos que estamos practicando en Bodify. O sea, son cosas sencillas, ¿no? Simplemente vamos a preparar tu cuerpo para que sea más eficiente en cualquiera de estas situaciones. Así que realmente, o sea, sáquenle provecho a este tipo de consultas, herramientas que Bodify ofrece. Y créanme que Coach Andy y Crystal los van a ayudar enormemente.
Absolutely. Yeah. Any favorite moments, last words that you want to tell us, Crystal, regarding the program?
No, just take advantage. I know everyone's the new year, new me, and everyone wants to, start off the year strong. So we're here to help you and, and stick with it and succeed. And we want you to look back at your journey in a year from now and be proud of yourself and be glad that you did it. So we're here for you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Coach Crystal. Hopefully, everybody takes advantage of this in January. The whole, the January rush is coming. It's a real thing in the gym industry. And so we expect the gym to be full of new members, wanting to make a difference, wanting to set the tone. And yes, at Bodify, we're not just cheerleader coaches. We do hold you accountable. You get some tough coaching. You get some tough love sometimes. You know, Theo Pete comes out every now and then. Or get on your ass. Invite you to a Fuck You Friday class. But yes, you know, that's really what, in my opinion, sets Bodify apart. Is we do have those tough conversations with you guys, and I think we make a difference. And I'll always come back to it. This is the best industry in the world, the best job in the world. We get stories every day of people changing their lives and their kids' lives that are watching them. Because I always come back to it. Your kids are watching. They're watching what mom and dad do. So if you got bad habits, they're gonna have bad habits, and it's not their fault. It's your fault, mom and dad. So it is. This is Theo Pete coming at you real. That it's your fault. So set the tone. Be the example. Be the one that sets your kids. You know, you say you love them. You say you want everything for them. Then set them in the right direction, because they're watching you and they want to be you. And let's make them want to be a healthy you in 2026. Thanks a lot, Coach Crystal. I'll see you
Thank
mañana.
you. Yes, we'll see you tomorrow. You'll enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for having me.
Awesome job, Crystal. Congrats, and keep killing it. Keep changing lives. Okay, keep changing lives.
Thank you, Chewie. Nice seeing you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right.
Perfecto.
Did great. I think we have some questions here.
A ver.
Let's see. We got a few. All right. We got Margarita. We got, I don't know who Senora Cowhead is. We missed Coach Dan in the South. I know, but Coach Dan, he'll be back. He's gone on this little project with us on the hybrid athlete program. But don't worry, we didn't steal him from me full time. He's coming back. He's just helping me out with the little project we have over here. Blanca, I understand this life is not about running, but I have a question. Do you think it is feasible to train for a half marathon in 2 months? Having some experience in running, maybe I can ask in WhatsApp. Yeah, I think you can. You know, it depends where you're starting from. I think 2 months is good enough time for a half marathon, but I think there's more factors to it than just a yes or no answer. We need to see where you're at, level wise, what your goal is. Is it a certain amount of time that you're looking for? Is it just, I want to finish, walk, run kind of thing? So you can hit me up on WhatsApp and I'll give you a better answer, Blanca. But yes, definitely. I think knowing you are not starting from absolute zero. I've seen you in action before, so you can do it. So sign up for your half marathon, go kick ass. And if you have any questions or have anything, you can hit up Chewie or B, and we'll answer them. Ricardo, yes. Cynthia Silva. I'm about to do a lower body routine at home because there was no Bodify class today. Yes, we took the day off, Cynthia. Working out has become something I need to do every day. Otherwise, I feel weird. Yes, I agree. And that's when you truly, truly have changed your lifestyle. When you feel weird, when you feel wrong, when you feel off because you haven't hit the gym. You know why? Because it's a habit now. And it is your lifestyle. So it's just like eating. It's just like breathing. It's something we do. We go to the gym. So great job, Cynthia. Keep it up. You're doing amazing. Don't lose that. Blanca, Doneth.
Hello, Doneth.
Hey, Don, what's up? Thank you for watching.
And Jansen Carranza dice, miss my classes, voy a regresar.
All right. We miss you. Yes, for sure. Always kicking ass. I know she's amazing too, man. Thank you for being amazing. Thanks, Blanca. Appreciate you guys watching. Ruby. Awesome. Body has brought a lot of positive changes for me, and I love it. And we see it. We see it, Ruby. You're doing amazing. I remember when you started to where you are right now. Keep it up. David. Hell yeah, Theo Pete. He's always watching. I'm always fucking watching, Dave. Always. Sure. Happy New Year, bro. Margarita. I have done some halves in 2 hours. I know you have, Blanca. You're going to kick ass.
Yes.
All right. well, if you guys have any more questions, hit us up in the chats, or just message us here. If you're watching this later and not live, feel free to put it. We will put the message. We'll read it, and I'll get back to you guys.
Awesome. Perfecto,
All
Pedro.
right. All right, guys. Well, it's a new year. We have new goals. If you haven't written them down, write it down. Make it public, because it's really easy to say something and then a couple weeks later, oh shit, that's hard. I don't want to do it anymore. It's really easy to do that. But if you put it out into the world, then somebody's going to hold you accountable, like me or like Chewie, or one of our other coaches. So put it out in the world, Yeah, there you go. Make your goals something that is not easy to stop doing. There you go. Get something like that. Tell people about it, and pick a nice goal that something that's not too easy. Are you selling them, Chewie? Yeah, so as a matter of fact, put them in the comments. I want to see some of your guys' goals. All right. And I'm going to hold you guys accountable, and I'll tell you mine. I'll put mine out here pretty soon, what my goals are for 2026 when it's coming to races and just life stuff. So when you put it out in the world, it becomes real, and somebody can hold you accountable. And we all need that accountability, coach.
Una cosa que tengo planeado hacer esta semana precisamente es un vision board.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vision board, para quienes nunca han escuchado tal vez acerca de un vision board, es precisamente como lo que van a hacer ahorita, ¿no? Escribir sus goals, tanto personales, profesionales, de salud, de fitness. Entonces, ustedes pónganlo en un lugar donde lo puedan ver. En mi caso va a ser donde tengo mi closet, donde están los tenis. Siempre tengo esa todos los días cambio de tenis y todo eso. Entonces, esa es una de las primeras cosas que siempre veo durante el día. Entonces, voy a poner 2026 in the middle. Y en la parte de arriba, como dice Pete, ¿no? Como fitness goals, ¿no? O sea, no sé, sprint race, tal, en health, comer mejor y más saludable, incluso los fines de semana, una cosa de esas. Personal, levantarme consistentemente más temprano y dormirme más temprano, ¿no? Entonces, puedes ponerlos ahí y puedes hacer recortes de alguna revista o de algo que te inspire. Entonces, lo padre del Vision Board es que al tenerlo visualmente, tu cerebro también comienza a trabajar más en esas metas, ¿ok? Se vuelve también de manera inconsciente, algo que estás viendo visualmente todos los días, es como tu recordatorio, tu inspiración, y tu cerebro también de otra manera comienza a trabajar en que ese es el enfoque en el cual tenemos que lograr. Entonces, hagan su vision board, si lo arman, pues compártanlo con nosotros, y bueno, es algo súper padre que también los invito que hagan.
Absolutely. I love it. You guys put it out there, put it in the world, let us see it. That way we all have a wonderful 2026. It's January, guys. A whole brand new year. 2025 was amazing. We did some amazing things in 2025, and I can't wait to hear all the stories of 2026. So we'll do this again next January. We'll have a bunch of great new stories, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. So always a pleasure, Mr. Chewie.
Igualmente.
Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year.
We'll see all you guys here pretty soon. 2 weeks, we'll do it again. We'll have another fun subject, and bring you lots of love. Do some hard shit, boys and girls.
This episode was produced by Bodify Functional Fitness.